This is the horrifying moment a horse collapsed in the street during London's spectacular New Year's Day parade. Hundreds of thousands of people had lined the streets to watch the annual event on Monday, featuring 8,000 performers from all over the world, including dancers, acrobats, cheerleaders and marching bands. But the parade, hosted by the Lord Mayor of Westminster, was brought to a standstill momentarily when a white horse that pulling a carriage suddenly collapsed in the middle of Waterloo Place. Carriage drivers were seen trying to help the creature get up after it fell to the ground. Witness Fran Perroux described the scene as very distressing, writing on Twitter that the horse had been stressed by the crowd and marching bands, and had reared up before getting its legs caught in the harness and falling to the ground. She said the horse had been down for around 5 minutes and that the response to free the creature had been very slow. Horse down for 5 minutes, very slow response to free it, but up now and out of parade, she wrote. Another Twitter user added, "I did enjoy most of the parade at Lmead, but found it quite upsetting to see horses and donkeys taking part. Some of them were quite stressed." "They should most definitely not be there. Is not a place for animals. Hope the horse is fine." The 30-second parade, themed Showtime, was screened around the world to 600 TV stations in a mammoth satellite airing, said to be the biggest annual outside broadcast in Britain. Britain's legendary ski jumper Eddie Edwards, more commonly known as Eddie the Eagle, was tempted out of retirement to perform more death-defying heroics for the parade. The event, a turn-of-year tradition, was expected to attract 500,000 spectators to the West End of London. Millions more will watch live on television across the world. The free, family-orientated spectacle featured around 8,000 performers from numerous and over the last 32 years, it has raised almost £2 million for charities across the capital. It featured 21 marching bands from the USA and 15 from London boroughs, 1,000 cheerleaders, giant inflatables, horses, donkeys, vintage vehicles, pomp, circumstance and thrills galore. A parade started at noon on Piccadilly near Green Park Station and headed to Piccadilly Circus, before ending at Parliament Square around 3:30 p.m. In the last few days, at the age of 54, Mr. Edwards from Stroud traveled to Norway to perform a series of spectacular jumps to be screened at the traditional turn-of-year celebration and on the global TV program that covers the event. To mark his extraordinary life and the forthcoming Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, he will be presented with a special medal at the parade in the heart of the West End today. Mr. Edwards said, "I was gobsmacked when I got the call from the parade people asking me to give it a go. At first I didn't know what to think, but I never shirk a challenge and thought, why not? I have appeared in front of 190,000 before, but never 500,000 people before. It's going to be amazing." Getting this sort of recognition is truly uplifting. I am a true patriot. I love my country and am immensely proud to have done what I've done to fly the flag. Mr. Edwards, who hit the headlines around the world 30 years ago, when he became Britain's first and only ski jumper at the Calgary Winter Olympics. Mr. Edwards, with the help of airline SAS, traveled in secret to the behind closed doors ski jump at Raufoss, several hours drive north of Oslo, where top Norwegian experts and the Parade TV watched him don his skis and hurtle down the launch pad into the air. Bob Bone, executive director of London's New Year's Day Parade, said, "Eddie is a truly amazing person, the ultimate showman with nerves of steel. We wanted to honor Eddie by presenting him with a medal, 30 years on from his Winter Olympics heroics, and in a moment of madness asked him whether he would jump again for us. To our amazement and delight he said yes.